YouTube? I'm back at it again with another video. I just uploaded a video that I'm gonna put somewhere in here in an annotation. I think it's right here or right here. I'm not sure. But an annotation of me doing the hell challenge to my mother. Since she doesn't have a phone, most people are doing it via text message to their parents, but she has a cell phone, but she does not know how to text because she's old. So I did that for her. I had recorded me doing it and saying the actual word. But today, we're gonna do it's sort of like a makeup tutorial / story time. And so I'm gonna start with cleansing my face with the Garnier Skin Active Miracle Cleansing Water. It's a new one. It's mattifying for oily and even sensitive skin because I do have oily skin. So I'm glad they came out with this one because the other one I think it was a little bit tad bit too oily for my skin. It left my skin kind of greasy. This doesn't leave my skin greasy at all. Okay, I've been trying to drink this water straight up, but it's making me nauseous. I'm sorry, I got up like that. Maybe it's my birth control. I don't know. Oh, I should have did this off camera, but now we're about to do a story time. I'm drinking Herbal Life herbal tea concentration with the aloe vera gel juice. Much better. Okay. So let's get to the story. Okay. We're gonna title this. Do we want to start early on in life? Where do I want to start? We're not even gonna go in order with these story times. I'm doing a bunch of them this month, which I supposed to have started. My first story time supposed to been up like on Sunday, March the 5th, but I kind of forgot, and I kind of got sick-ish. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to film, and I was in school and I was babysitting. So those are my excuses. So let's just say we're gonna start this with. He forced it. There we go. Okay, so this is all about an ex-boyfriend. We're gonna say he's an ex-boyfriend. Okay, so this is a two-parter, which I'm gonna film one. I might do both parts together. I'm gonna do both parts here together. Okay, I just used the Clean Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. And so it's supposed to be step 3. I didn't wash my face, but I just still want to moisturize in 2 ways. Okay. So, what we're going to talk about is this guy. We're going to give him a new name. We're not going to say his name. We're not going to give him any validation to my life because I said fuck him a long time ago and I don't talk to him anymore. Okay, so this guy, we're going to call him Mark. I'm so petty. Okay, so me and Mark, we dated when I was like, I would say 14. That's the first time we dated, when I was 14. And we dated for about almost a year. Throughout our whole relationship, I was young. We both were young, but he was older than me. He was in high school. But he was just one grade ahead. So, okay. For the whole time we dated, I was a virgin. But back in in your virgin days when you were hearing about sex and shit like that, and you were all hot and bothered, and when you would talk and when you would be with a boy, it's like you were on that wanting to have sex moment, but you didn't want to have sex moment. You know what I mean? You mean like you'll be kissed like the hunching phase, if you want to see it that way. Most people started getting out the hunching phase around middle school. Back in my day, like around that time, they started getting out the hunching phase. Hunching phase mainly like in elementary, but since I was a virgin, I did not want to have sex. Sex scared me because I watched porn, and it scared me because it looked like it hurt, and I'm like, I'm not going through that pain, so um, no to sex. We're not having it because it looks like it hurts. Let me get my mirror. So since I thought sex would hurt so much, I didn't want to have it. I told him I did not want to have sex. But we were always being all hot and heavy, kissing heavily, you feel me? And it was back in the day when all the good R&B music was coming out and stuff, you feel me? When we had like the old Chris Brown, and we had the Wetter out. You feel me? All the good music back in the day that make you want to have sex. That maybe some of the new babies, the little babies are now in high school now that probably was created to, or the ones that are getting ready to go to high school, they probably were created by these songs. And so we're just sitting there, you know, back in the day when BET was on and popping. Like I would be with this boy 24/7. Like it came to the point where I was like basically in the family. Basically, like I knew his mother knew me. He met my mother and everything. Like it was to the point where I was like, bro, we gonna get married. And so this is how. So you know, like we cuddled up on the sofa, watch TV, probably get into like some hot and heavy shit like we finna fuck, but that ain't happening because the bitch was scared to have sex. So, with me being scared to have sex, it never really happened. But lo and behold, one of his sisters wants to say that the guy that I was with before him, me and that guy had sex. Now let me go ahead and reiterate with you. I was terrified of sex. This guy, the reason why me and that guy were not together anymore is because he was trying to force sex from me. Something that I did not want to do. Because I was still like a little baby and he was like 17 and I'm like, but that's a whole other story. So yeah. So after months of me and this boy dating, he's gonna go listen to his sisters tell him some BS, some bullshit, some lies, and tell him that I had sex before. And he got mad. I got mad. I got mad the most because I'm like, you gonna believe these girls over me? You said you were gonna marry me. We're gonna have children. I take marriage in any type of situation. If you say we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids, I take that serious. I don't care how old I am. I took that shit serious. And even to this day, don't ever mention children, marriage, long life with me if it's not gonna be for real. Don't ever. Don't ever. Please don't. That's gonna really fuck me up in the head. And so after all of that, we broke up because he was talking about he wanted to be my husband and all that bullshit. But we ended up getting on 4-way because you know back in the day, before it was like group chats and all that shit, we did that 4-way shit. So it was his two sisters, me, and him on the phone. I'm sitting here pleading my case and telling them that I'm a virgin, and they like, no, you're not, because you had sex with this boy, and I'm like, no, the fuck, I didn't. The whole while, you're supposed to be my future husband. Why are you just letting these girls calling me a hoe and calling me a bitch and a thought, and thought wasn't even a word, but I mean a hoe and shit like that, and saying that I'm not a virgin when I am, and you're not trying to defend me. I feel like I need to